All the Mods 10 has a lot of different dimensions that provide different items for the All the Mods star. But that requires powerful items, which requires advanced ways of enchanting. Alright, so in this episode, I want to continue with the ATM star. And I think I want to work on this top section here, because we have the Twilight Forest that has the Hydra, the Urgast, the Snow Queen, but then we also have Apothic, which has the 3 different miniature portals, the infused Dragon's Breath, and the Arrow of Wither. But I think I also want to work on some other random things just to get them ticked off, which means we're going to need some roses to start out, a few modular frameworks, and then a little pool of water that is just bigger than a 2x2. And all we need to do is surround the pool with flowers, and then just grab a diamond, and I believe throw it in, just like that. And so now if we just walk on in, welcome to the Twilight Forest, where we are pretty much on the edge of an area we can't go yet, but thankfully we know how to progress through fairly quickly. We'll just need a blank magic map, which requires paper, and a magic map focus, which is made with the raven feather, torch berries, and glowstone. And the torch berries aren't too difficult to find just in any cave here. However, the raven can be a little more difficult. And we got one right here just kind of crawling around, so give it a whack, got the one feather, then we can just combine them all together and our blank magic map. So if we open it up, we have a few bosses around us, just not the area we need, because right now we're looking for the, I want to say it's the Naga, which spawns in a little maze structure. What is this though? Can I talk to you? Questing Ram. Hello? Can I do something with you? Seems like I need to give him wool because he's following me around, and he'll do something with that. I'm not exactly sure what. You gonna do something for me here, bud? Oh, do I need to give this guy every piece of colored wool? I'm thinking so. Oh yeah, because he's getting all the stripes on his back here every time I add one. And I'm hoping this wool is all he needs. So here's the last piece. And oh, he dropped me some stuff. Crumble horn and a bundle. Okay, got the Questing Ram trophy, iron, dye, and a couple different blocks. What does this do? Oh, hello. It's definitely breaking their land though. All right, we'll just throw those in the machine for now. Maybe the Naga's over here? Nope, that's not it. There's one of the bosses. Oh, but here we go. Here's the Naga. So this guy should be pretty easy for me to take down. Just a quick little whack. Oh, and he dropped me a miniature yellow heart as well. I'll take the trophy and some of the scales. Then I want to say it's onto the castle. I'm hoping at least for the Lynch. To fight the Lynch, and this is the only one you can't actually one-shot because you need to break all the shields first by shooting its little projectiles back at it. It can be pretty annoying with all these other things around, but if you give it a little distance, you can just punch them all back and forth a few times. And there you go. All the shields gone, and bye-bye. I'll take the Lynch fragment, thank you. The trophy once again, and a whole bunch of other random stuff. Now we need to go to the swamp. Not actually sure if we have one of those on our map. I think it might be that little bullhorn looking dude right around here somewhere. And I think that's the Hydra right there too. But I just need to find the entrance to this guy. Well, the map is saying I'm right on top of it. So maybe is it down here? Oh yeah, definitely is down here. One thing I was told is I might actually be able to break these walls to get around. Oh yeah. But unfortunately, you can't just break through the floor because there's bedrock. But there is a little blank maze map we can get. It just requires a map focus. But you can only get that through a mob drop. So I think I'll just fly around a bit until we find the drop down room. Because from here, it's going to be a little more flying around. But if we find a room similar to this one that is just completely sealed off with these fences, we know we'll found the right area. Just like this. There is the Minish room that we could just quickly get rid of. And we can take its axe that he has. We'll take the trophy. But then most importantly, we're going to need one of these meat stroganoffs. And then it's in this room here you can find the map focus, which kind of defeats the purpose of it, in my opinion, because now you're done in the maze. But now that we've defeated the Stroganoff, we can move on to the Hydra. And that's why the Stroganoff meat is important, because as you can tell, we can't go into here without getting damaged until we actually eat this. And then we're good to go. And there's the Hydra spawn area. And seeing as we need the Hydra trophy to go into the star, I'm going to make a modular of this guy. So we'll just quickly grab him and then a nice one shot. I really like how big the trophy on this guy is. So give me you, some of the fairy blood, and then the Hydra chops. Oh, but we need 5 more kills for it. Why did I think it was 2? All right, we'll just continue flying around. But I actually think this is the next area we need to go in. with the entrance being right here. And this is the only maze you actually need to put the trophy onto, but then you can pick it right up after and you can go on in. And this is just another huge maze they can just find little bits of loot in, but I don't personally find the loot to be that great. And there isn't like a specific way to get through this maze. You just need to kind of run through it and hope you find the boss room. But I don't want to spend too much time in here, as I've done Twilight Forest before, back in the All the Mods 9 series, and it's the exact same thing as it was back then. Oh, and I just ran past the room. Let's open him up and just whack all of his little phantoms here. And that's the whole boss. Pretty sure that Lynch I fought earlier is going to be the hardest thing. And this chest just has a whole bunch of armor and stuff in it. So I'll take one of each. And actually, maybe we'll disenchant all of it. And so now if I just fly to the center of the Dark Forest, we'll find the Yrgas Tower, which if you can't fly around, you can just enter by right-clicking on these and then going through the whole little maze area, which has some nice bookshelves that I'll take. But I think I'm just going to fly to the top, where if you aren't able to fly, it may be hard to get the data module for this guy. And then if you don't have a one-shot sword like I do, they'll spawn all these guys in, where you need to actually activate this lever when those guys are nearby. Once it's activated, they'll suck them all in, and you'll be able to damage this guy with that whole thing that just happened there. I think this is an easier way. And we're definitely going to grab all of this stuff because it's going to be useful later. Now that just leaves the Snow Queen. But we are going to have to go fight the Yeti first. So I'm hoping we got a little snow area on the map in this little box area. And as far as I know, this guy isn't very fancy with anything. So you can just walk in, fight him, grab the trophy if you want, and then just move on to the center section with the ice pillar to where the Snow Queen is. Flying definitely makes this dimension a lot easier. And normally the boss isn't actually going to be in the center pillar. I believe it's going to be in the tallest one. So you can just break in through the side. And sometimes you need to break multiple blocks. And then sometimes I'm completely wrong. And you may just need to experiment on the pillars. But if you do choose wrong, each one of them does have some loot you can grab. Not sure how useful the loot is, but at least you get something for your efforts. Maybe it will be in the center section on this one. Yep, there she is. So let's just grab our module. And she's going to try to fly off on us, but nope, I'll take that. And just make sure you whack those things, because they're kind of annoying. But there's the Snow Queen trophy. Now to just fight 5 more of each. I think I'm going to need another map, though. And now, a while later, we can now go ahead and throw in our matrices. Prediction matrix missing. Did I not automate that part? Oh, no, I didn't. Well, that's an easy fix. Now you're going. Anyways, now with that done, let's get working on Apothic. I do want to get going on these portals, but I've noticed a problem in our system. Our drives are kind of starting to fill up pretty quickly. And that might have a little bit to do with all the enchants we have in our system, because each one of these books takes up a whole slot on its own. So we could save quite a bit of room in ourselves if we make ourselves the enchantment library. And there's an upgraded version, Library of Alexandra, which actually increases the level capacity of each book you make. And this will get us going through our other stuff as well. So I think I'm going to go with the infused hell shelf for the craft, which just needs the regular hell shelf through the infuser, and you make those with nether bricks, blaze rods, potions of regeneration, and regular bookshelves. But we are going to need a lot of the regeneration potions, so I think I want to make the potion brewer, which I think we have everything for, except for the advanced machine frame. And we'll need a dissolution chamber with pink slime, diamond gears, gold, plastic, netherite scrap, and a simple machine frame, which is another dissolution chamber, but with latex, and another machine frame. Oh, made very easily. So let's grab you. And I think I'm going to build one of these guys over here, because all our pink slime is getting put into this chamber, and we could just feed off this pipe if we put it right here. So now on the side, it starts feeding in. Then we just throw our power on, configure our sides, and then we can have everything coming in from the back. Or I suppose the bottom as well. And we're obviously going to do this with an advanced pattern provider. I'm not exactly sure why the pipe connected to that, but simple fix. And then the bottom will be our only input, and then the bottom being the output as well. Now we just need to fill this slot with the simple machine frame. So we'll need a whole new chamber for latex. And seeing as our latex is actually coming out of this machine here, I think I'm going to throw the chamber right here as well. Then I can just pull off of these pipes alone right into a chamber. And so now when this gets done crafting up, you can just take it, making sure we had locked our recipe, bring it on over here, throw it in, lock that recipe itself, and now those are automated for if we need it in the future. And that is our potion brewer. I almost want to say I'll put it here, unless I want to come back into this new room I've built. Put it here somewhere. Yeah, no, in this room it is, probably right about here. Plenty of room behind there. So let's give it some power. Then if we come around the back, in the top, I'm going to be putting water and blaze powder. Then we'll just need to throw the pattern provider on the back, making sure it is the advanced version, because we will need to encode the pattern itself. Then we can just connect the cable up to the pattern provider, come down to the bottom, and then wrap off of this back cable here. And then we could just set the sides to be different, but we can't have anything coming off of the top. We'll disable that one for purple. Oh, we also need to disable it for blue because we don't want the top filling up. Why is it not taking? Oh, because we're out of blaze powder. Okay, this is confusing me. Maybe it's because it's an export bus and it's forcing the stuff in. Maybe I'll try an ME interface because I don't think that will force anything in. And then we could still put the water in and the blaze powder. We'll just have to change these to pull. And there we go. They're going in. What the heck? Is there a way to... I don't know. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's the wrong one. I meant this one needs to be set to pull. Maybe that's why everything was going wrong. Anyways, now we can go ahead and start making our patterns. And to make the potion of regen, we'll need a gas tier and awkward potions, which means we're going to need netherwort. And the way these patterns actually work, it inserts everything left to right and then goes down a layer, left to right again, down a layer, left to right again. And then we can just take the 3 glass bottles and that will be our potion of regen, which means I'll have the glass come in from, I want to say the east, and the other 2 items from the north. So now if we start one of these up, it should do its thing. Maybe I just need to change the configurations. Okay, I just changed around the faces a little bit. I'm assuming it needed to actually be targeting the face adjacent to the pattern provider, but there was also an option for the direction. So I just kind of changed it up and made it the bottom and then the right side for the glass bottles. So now if I go to do a regen potion, it'll start putting everything in, but you'll notice once this crafts up, it'll just take all the water bottles out before it uses the netherwort or the gas tiers. But there's a way to fix that. We're just going to need a few upgrades for the potion brewer itself. One being a speed 2, the next being the efficiency 2, and the other one being the processing tier 2. Because once we throw all of these in, reset our craft. Oh, and by the way, you want to actually set the pattern provider to lock crafting until primary crafting result is returned. That way, if you need to make about 20 of these items, it'll only put enough for one at a time, so it doesn't break the whole system. So now again, we can go ahead and start one up. And if we go in, it'll just do it all at once because that's instant. And now we have regeneration potions, which means we can now craft up our health shelves. But now we need to go ahead and enchant it. We need 45 Eterna at least 30% Quanta. And our little enchanting setup over here, it actually only provides Eterna, meaning that if we throw these in, we don't actually have enough Quanta because we only have 15%. And that comes from the enchanting table itself. Thankfully, there are a few items we can add around the table to get that Quanta, such as candles. That'll give the purple version, but any kind of skull will give Quanta. And we can just throw them on top of these bookshelves. Because now once we throw these in, or not, maybe they're too high up. Let's chuck them right there for now. There we go. There's our Quanta. Why are you not taking the Eterna from the bookshelves? Maybe I just need to try replacing them? Oh, no. This was providing already. We need more. Because the max from the ancient bookshelves can only go to 30. So I'm going to need something else. And actually, the health shelves will work. So give me all of these again. And now we can replace them with the health shelves. And there's 45. And definitely more than enough Quanta. So we'll just replace one of these at a time. And with all of those being replaced, we can pick up our wither skeleton skulls. And we'll still have 85 Eterna in the whole setup. And because we have 4 left over, I can craft us up 4 ender chests and then 1 enchanting table, which will allow us to get the enchantment library, but not the Library of Alexandra, because we need 100 Eterna, maximum of 50% Quanta, no lower than 45 as well, and then 100% Arcana. So I want to look into these echoing shelves because they can go up to 80%, or is there another shelf that will go up to 100%? Oh, the end shelves will go up to 90. Draconic end shelf, that'll go to 100. Ender pearls, end shelf, and a dragon head. Yeah, we can definitely do all that. We have enough for the dragon head. We just don't have the infused dragon's breath, which needs 80 Eterna, a maximum of 30, minimum of 15% Quanta, and then requires at least 60% Arcana. So we'll need one echoing shelf to get to the maximum of 80. And I think we'll use the heart forging for the rest. Oh wait, no, we're gonna need 2 echoing shelves. So thankfully we have everything there. Just need the deep shelf itself. So we'll need to infuse a dormant deep shelf, which is made like this. Then to infuse that, you're just gonna need 60 Eterna, 40 Quanta, and 40 Arcana. What do we have on you? 60, 85, and 0. Well, we'll need to replace some of those. So I think we'll do the heart forged shelves as I said we're gonna need. Just need an infused sea shelf, which only needs 45 Eterna, 15 Quanta, and then 10 Arcana. And those are crafted with a pufferfish and a blank water bottle, which means these can now come down and these shelves can get placed down. I guess we didn't need to take all of these down because now we can go ahead and enchant those. And then from there, the dormant into the deep shelf combined with the candles. And then the skulk, we have our 2 echoing shelves, but we're only at 65 at the moment. So we'll just throw a few more of these shelves down to get it up to 100. Wait, no. We're good on the Arcana, but the Quanta, we're definitely too high on the Quanta. Thankfully, there's these melon shelves, which take off 10 Quanta. And we're only actually going to need 2 of these melon shelves, but that'll bring our Eterna down to 76. So we'll just chuck 1 hell shelf down. But wait, no, that's 79 now. Oh, wait, no, we could take down this hell shelf here and just put down one of our arcane bookshelves, or 2 of them. And then that should allow us to make infused dragon's breath. Then from there, we can make the end shelves that can be converted into the draconic. And we'll also only need 1 of those. So we're good on the Eterna. We don't have enough Quanta, so these can come down. And that'll put us at our minimum of 45% Quanta. We will need a couple more of these put back down to bring the Eterna back up. Infusion criteria not met. We need more Arcana. Thankfully, that is just candles, and you can actually stack 4 of them onto each area. But why isn't this going up anymore? Nothing's limiting it to 90, is it? We might be able to put more of these infused sea shelves down, actually. Actually, no, we can change them to the heart forged shelves. Pretty sure that's what I meant to do earlier. Hopefully that will be enough. Perfect. The Library of Alexandria. Then from there, what we can do is we can just break this item right here, place down our bookshelf. Then if we come down to the bottom, we could place an export bus, a cable with a fuzzy card in there, making books exported. And now all our books from the system will start to fill up into the bookshelf thing. Just make sure we speed that up with acceleration cards, and all our enchants should now be in here. And that's very important because let's say I throw in my pickaxe, it'll show me all the available options for this pickaxe. And for example, I want to throw on Boon of the Earth. You can just click that on there. Next level not available because we haven't actually put in a higher level than 1. So if we grab another one of those, combine them together at the anvil for 2, and then chuck it back into here, when we put our pickaxe back in, we can now go up to level 2. Then it's the same deal with the fortune as high as we can, and then every other enchant in here. So we can now enchant everything with max level enchants, as long as we have enough books put in here as is. Okay, but now with our drives emptying out a bit, I should be able to go ahead and finish off these portals because we have the infused dragon's breath. We've done the soul touch skulk shelf. We've done the draconic shelf. All we have left is the hell shelf of the masterful sight, which requires night vision potions. But then the only other thing in the Apothic mod left to do is the arrow of wither, which just requires a lingering potion, which uses dragon's breath. And seeing as we have our potion brewer automated, I should just be able to make the patterns. And then this is the perfect example of how you place the items in a pattern and just step them down into the next section, with all of the items going down and then the glass bottles going east. And so we'll just craft up a ton of the night vision potions and then a ton of the lingering potions. However, I did run into a problem with there being so many steps needed. They were being pulled out before the redstone could go in, which meant this was locking everything. So I did have to go ahead and make some more upgrades. Now that tier's probably a little overkill. You probably don't need that high. And well, that was a process. But now we can make the arrows of wither, our hell shelf of sight, into the material of sight. But we're still missing one item, which can be made with essence, or we can use a metallurgic infuser with some fungi from some mushrooms, using crimson, which is also made in the metallurgic infuser, but from netherrack, still using fungi, which I will just make into patterns, and that'll give us our miniature nether portal, then our end portal, and our exit portal. And that means all of Apothic is now done. However, we're still not done, because there is a few more miscellaneous things I want to get done that I really don't know how to make a full episode out of. As most of these things are pretty simple, just requiring a few steps to complete. So there's the pocket storage. However, this is slightly more complicated because there is a few items we've never crafted before, like the hardened drill into the basic, which is just iron and diamonds. But then you have the hardened mesh, which requires refined hardener, which is smelted raw hardener made from obsidian and diamond. Then we have the different kinds of metal requiring stabilized metal, which is made with all of that. Then I'm not going to try to pronounce that metal, smelted with lump of Galgador, I think, made with eyes of Galgador, which is also pretty easy. But then there's the enchanted version, smelted with large lumps, made from regular lumps, like that. So there we go. And this rainbow one looks complicated. So let's cover the other ones first. We already know how to make netherite generators. It's just 8 of the previous tier 1s combined all together. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's a nether star, which is just wither skeleton skulls surrounding a netherite generator, which we already know how to make. So there's a 64 times, but now the ender generator. A little bit more complicated. Actually, never mind, it's more simple. Needing obsidian generators made with obsidian. So we'll just get a template going for that, and that's already done. Then onto the magmatic generator. Conduit, as we know, echo shard, as we know, and then it's just a bunch more obsidian generators surrounded by gold. And now because that's done, we can start making this rainbow furnace, which requires rainbow plating made with all different types of furnaces, which we've made all before. And then the rainbow core, which is 2 netherite furnaces and some glass, again, which we've made all before. So I should just be able to craft up all the furnaces, make the plates, which will allow us to make the core and the rainbow furnace. But I'm actually going to make 2 of these, because if I grab some TNT and then go to a place where it doesn't matter if it gets destroyed, I can place these furnaces down, throw in some coal, not actually sure if it needs to be smelting anything, then place down TNT and ignite it. I should have got rainbow coal. Something's telling me to blow it up. I blew it up, didn't I? There it is. Just looks like we need to place it down and then blow it up without it smelting anything. Because, there we go. We keep getting our rainbow fuel. And because of that, there's a few more sections of the star ready for us to craft. So with that, I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell to be notified every single time I upload. Also, join my Discord down in the description below. All my videos get posted in there. Same thing with any live streams I do. So if you don't want to miss any of those, make sure to join the Discord. But again, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.